Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime. Please enjoy the show.
It's the corner where the trees
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you made it here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We about to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfield.
The Chiefs are sitting at 0-2, but don't panic, Chiefs Kingdom. Week 3 against the New York Giants is the perfect bounce-back spot. FanDuel has all the action lined up, and you know the stars are ready to shine. Mahomes is due for a monster game. Kelce is definitely due for a bounce-back, and this offense is itching to get rolling. So right now, Kansas City is a 5.5-point favorite, and it feels like the statement game we've all been waiting for. On FanDuel, you can lock in weekly props. Mahomes' passing yards, Kelce's receptions, or even ride with the same game parlay and put your money where your confidence is. With fast payouts and an app that's as smooth as a Mahomes no-look pass, FanDuel makes every snap electric. And don't forget, every Friday on Chief Concerns, we are dropping our best 5-leg same-game parlay for the week, along with JD's 10 keys to victory, breaking down exactly how the Chiefs can flip the script and get back in the win column. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today and make every snap count. Let's ride this bounce back together. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Monday Morning Tight End on your Monday evening. I'm Marcus Dash, and our guy, former Chiefs tight end Jason Nell, will be joining us shortly. And yeah, guys, it's week 3 week, but tonight is our final look at the week 2 game, the final closing the book of the week 2 game, so to speak. Our guy Jason Dunn is joining us right now. JD, what's going on, brother?
What's happening, man? What's going down?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Week 3 is here, and tonight our final look at the week 2 game. Wrap a bow on that game, and get ready for the week 3 game coming up next weekend. But JD, how are you doing, man?
Hold on, man. I'm trying to get my what's name it. I'm not in the part. I'm just a guest on here. What's going down?
What happened?
I can't hit the comments or nothing. I don't see nothing, none of the other stuff.
That's weird. Yeah. You should have access to all that stuff.
Yeah. Would I have to sign in? What did I do? Hold on. I'm gonna come back in.
All right. All right. So while JD gets that figured out, so we have a kind of a treat for you guys. So Wednesday night, we're going to have a special guest coming on our show. Right now, running back is a big hot topic in Chiefs Kingdom right now. It's a big topic. Everyone's talking about Pacheco's vision, what's going on with the running game. How do we kind of figure out a way to get back into, running the ball successfully? And with that, we're going to have a running back, former Chiefs running back coming on the show, first-time guest running back coming on the show. And that is none other than Derek Blaylock will be joining us Wednesday night to talk about the Chiefs running game and also help us preview week 3 of the season against the Giants. And, Blaylock, he played for the Jets, played for the Chiefs. So, he knows a little thing or two about New York, although we're playing the Giants, not the Jets. And also, too, he's got a real badass running back, a son who's in college right now, dominating at Oklahoma. They get a couple scores this past weekend. So we'll talk about that as well. And of course, I think he runs like a coach kind of, where he's like a speed training coach. So he's helping a lot of the next generation, in all different types of sports, not just football, but he's helping out the next generation. And yeah, his son is a Stubb State tailgater here. Blaylock's son is playing ball at OU. Yeah, he's a beast. They get like 2 or 3 scores this past Saturday. But yeah, I think his name is Torrey Blaylock. Pretty good. So yeah, he'll coming on here, talk about the running back situation, as well as talk about what's going on with the Chiefs. And of course, he'll give us updates on his son dominating Oklahoma. So it should be a good conversation now. I'm seeing so many people talk about the running back. Is it Pacheco's fault? Is it Hunt's fault? Is the O-line's fault? Well, we're going to get a guy who knows a thing or two about the running back game. So it'll be nice to have Derek Blaylock coming on the show. Lou 82, Blaylock and Priest both ran for 5 TDs in one game. Oh yeah, that was the Atlanta Falcons game. That was a domination game. I remember that very well. Yeah, it was everyone had a touchdown in that game. You touched the ball, you had a score from the running back spot. So that's a good one. Yeah, so should be a good show. So definitely Wednesday night, 8:15, the usual time. Come on in, and we'll be previewing the upcoming game with Derek Blaylock. So yeah, should be a good one, guys. Should be a good one. Let's see who's in the chat while JD gets his whole thing figured out. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, so we got Jeremiah de los Muertos in here. He's always the first one in here. This guy, Jeremiah, was first too, buddy. Ramon Brown was good, my man. What is good, dude? What is good? Monday after a loss kind of stings a little bit, but I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be okay. Hannah, good evening. Something has to happen. Something's got to give. We have only about 2 good players and 1 even the kicker. Yeah, I mean, we have a little bit more than 2 good players. But I get the point there. Cordell Robinson, what's up, buddy? Amanda Brown, 10-7 if we don't turn things around, 13-4 if we catch a hot streak and play cohesively. Yep, you're right, man. You're right. Can't complain. Can knock your feedback right there. Cordell Robinson, I'm hoping for the second. Amanda Brown, me too. I think we're all hoping for the 13-4 stretch. PV, you're late. Come on, we want everyone to be in the show. So that's why we started 8:15, but really we get things going here around 8:20. Hope is all well, buddy. Cordell Robinson, Simmons is going to be a bright light for a while. We just got to get back to our bread and butter screenplays and use the flats form. Yeah, I don't understand why we're not doing screenplays. You got a guy who is, Rashard Smith, who could be a great screen guy. You got him. Kareem Hunt's been shown to do great screens. We got dudes, man. Hollywood Brown's a shifty dude. Talk about Thornton's fast. I mean, yeah, let's get the quick screens back. Let's get some running back screens. Let's get some middle screens. I mean, all that stuff. Yeah, I don't understand. We're kind of gone away from the screen game. You guys practicing O-line call-outs. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if he's making a reference about us being late, but Linda Hunter, hello everyone, back to the happiest place on earth. Hey, it is a pretty happy place. Even after a loss, it's still good vibes in here. Can't complain about that. Cordell Robinson, this is what happens when you think it's okay to win 17 straight one-score games. It comes back to bite you when you lose the one-score game. Yeah, 2 games so far, the one-score games. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we got to come out for Sunday nights in front of the entire world, just dominate New York. That's a team that's allowing the Commanders to score big, the Dallas Cowboys to score big. We got to come out and make a statement on Sunday night. Hopefully Xavier Worthy's there so we can really come out and make a statement against that team. I mean, they scored 40 points yesterday, and they allowed Dallas to score 40-something points. So it's there. It's there for the taking for us to go do our thing. So, yeah. And I think JD is back. Did you get everything figured out?
No, I didn't. Sorry. We go. Rock and roll, man. What's going down?
Nothing much, man. Just going through the comments here. I just told everybody that we're going to have a great guest on with running back being in the fourth front with everything in Kansas City right now. We're bringing on your former teammate, your brother, Derek Blaylock, to come on and talk to us all about the running game on Wednesday night. And also he talked about his son dominated Oklahoma.
Yeah. Okay.
Two or three scores on Saturday.
Yeah. 2 or 3.
I know he had 2 in the first half. I don't know about what he finished with at Oklahoma, but yeah, Torrey Blaylock's the real deal.
Yeah, I'm sure he was in high school. That's what Block was talking about, how good he was. And I said, man, Block, when he's, and I know he's a guy that is going to get guys ready. He's got some incredible kids, man. It's amazing to me watching them how they just grew up. But I knew he was going to be a beast, man. So he's just a knock off the old Block. That's what it is. Pun intended. Blaylock.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. Nice little pun there. But yeah, no, I think it's a perfect guest to have to come on. Obviously, we love the fellow Chiefs and your brothers from the teams of the past. But to have a running back come on in this kind of situation right now, where everyone's pointing fingers, saying Pacheco can't read holes, Kareem Hunt not getting enough touches, the old line not doing their thing. To have a running back come on and talk about what he sees from his point of view. They'll tell us a lot, tell us a whole story. And, I think I texted our group message earlier. I was looking at when Blaylock was the backup to Priest. Mm-hmm. Blaylock was getting just as many carries as the backup to Priest as Pacheco and Hunt are getting as the starting guys, which is obviously a different time and different offense, JD, but still the backup running back was getting just the amount as our starting running back is getting is kind of wild.
I mean, when you decide you want to run the football, then that's how it goes. Everybody gets to eat. I think that's one of our problems is we just not being able to establish the guys that to let them get into a rhythm, and that's a big part of our problem. So, and it absolutely hamstrings us offensively. So, we want to be an effective offense. We got to be able to run the football. We got to be able to run the football effectively. Get them some plays, put them in position to make some runs, some heavy runs. So, I think, man, to be honest with you, we haven't been doing that. We haven't, and I think that's probably one of our the problems in our Achilles heel to offensive woes. Because if teams are not worried about you, they're not threatened by your run, then they can sit back in coverage and cover guys, and that's what teams have been doing. The last 2 weeks is what's been happening with us. So, and even when we try to run the football, I just it's just not really any type of rhythm. I think sometimes some of the runs we have, I'm not going to call them bad, but maybe some might not be at the opportune time as we should run it. Or it just doesn't seem like there's any, I'm not going to say there's no thought to it, because there's a thought to it, obviously, when you game plan. But it seemed more reactive as opposed to purposeful on what you want to do. So, more planned. And that's, we'll get into that tonight. We'll get into tonight. So.
Yeah, no, I think you hit the nail on the head last night when you talked about, just that there's a kind of lack of creativity to the run game. Obviously there is a thought to it, but as far as creativity wise, not really much there. And that's something that, and also too, like JW84 says, first play of the game, 7-yard run to the left side, and then pass. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I think that's part of what is our Achilles heel. We shoot ourselves in the foot by doing that. You 2nd and 3, same thing. Second and goal. You throw the football. I get it. We got the pass catchers to do it. I think we got the quarterback who can make any throw, but we got to give our guys a chance. What that does also too up front is it softens our offensive linemen. It softens them up greatly, and you can see it. You can see it in our run blocking. Sometimes it's a telltale that we're going to pass the football. It's easy to scout. So, teams are doing their homework, and they know exactly what it is that we're going to do. Not that you had to get so complicated in your creativity running the football. I mean, it really is kind of, a hat on a hat and getting up to the second level and sticking and staying. But if you're not used to doing it in practice, or that's not part of like your forte, then it's going to be difficulty. And I was just thinking about this when I look at teams that are effective, that are physical up front, teams that run the football come to mind. When I look at Buffalo, when I look at the Ravens, I look at guys up front, then I know they're going to run the football, whether it be with Josh Allen or, James Cook. They're going to run the ball. And those guys up front are very physical. They don't have to sit back on their heels all the time. And it just softens our whole lineup. And I think it makes it very difficult to us when we want to be bullies, because you've been asking them to catch and stuff all the time. So, well, JD, I was about to say the time to some of the front. Yeah, just, so yeah, I mean, that's just, when I see that offensively, it makes me scratch my head a little bit. So, but we got to put our guys in a position to make plays. We have to. We're much better than what we showed yesterday. We should have beat this team. No question. We shouldn't have lost this game at all. In Arrowhead, we should not have lost this game. When they were sitting there talking about there was 8 starters from the last year, the Super Bowl, that's not on this team this year. And, of course, we got some different guys on our squad. But I think as a man, looking at what we should have accomplished in this game, we should have won. Bottom line, we should have. And when you're out of sync and it doesn't seem like there's any type of rhythm, and things do happen in the course of the game, you still got to give yourself a chance. And I think what's so frustrating to me is when we have the ability to go up top, throw deep balls, to Tyquan Thornton, like we should be able to do it. And we did it. We scored a touchdown toward the end of the game. And it's like, let's take the shots. Let's push the ball down the field. I get some of these quick little outs, dink and dunks and stuff like that we do, but it ends up short. And then all of a sudden what you do is now you throw the pass again. And, you got to be able to wear defenses down. Wear them down. And I don't think that we're wearing the defenses down. We're trying to get into a rhythm, but we're not. It just seems out of sync to me. And I think it seems out of sync to the guys a little bit too. So, but this is something, like I said, man, that you look over the film and you just got to evaluate, and you just got to be able to really clean your own house up. But this game right here, man, was in our sights that we should have won this game. Starting the game off, coming out the second half, bad calls. I'm just gonna say it. I wasn't pleased with him at all. Not that I had to be pleased. They could care less what I think, but for me as a standpoint, offensively, being on the opposite side of the ball, coaching a little bit, I'm just like, oh man, okay, what's going on? And we got, everybody talks about our backs and Pacheco ain't got no vision. That's not true. I watched him this game and I was just like, he did a pretty decent job. He did for what he could get. Him and Kareem Hunt both was making yards, Hayway and stuff like. And this sometimes, the blocking scheme, if guys didn't recognize it, maybe some of the effort up front should have been better. I mean, to have Smith come in and blow up in the back on a 4th and 1, he's showing a couple of guys' necks. It looked bad. I'm just like, where is the drop your cojones and come out the daggone football? That's what it has to be. That's the mentality of the dominating to get those jobs done. And I know those guys up there want that. They have that ability to do that. But, shoot, if you keep having me just constantly be, pass protecting all the time, yeah, my feed, my technique, and all those things on the run game is going to wane a little bit. So, and we try to switch some things up, but bring the tight ends in and stuff. I just, hey, but we should have won this game. I'm putting it like that. All right.
Yeah, with all that, yeah, we still should have won this game. Even with a lot of things to clean up, we still should have won this game. And Met fan forever, I wanted to point out this comment here, which is kind of funny actually, because I've seen a lot of people just blaming the loss on Kelce because I don't know, it's just convenient to do that. I don't understand. But stop talking about the old line and the running backs. Kelce lost both games with mistakes and lost opportunities. We don't need more or better personnel. We just need to play clean. I mean, I just vehemently disagree. Kelce didn't lose the games for us.
No, he didn't. He didn't. Look, and Met fan forever, this is a team sport. They win and lose as a team. That's how it works. There was things the offensive line didn't do well. Maybe the running backs didn't do well. This falls on all the guys. And everybody was sitting there, they will tell you that. And so mistakes, lost opportunities, I will agree with you on that one. Absolute mistakes and lost opportunities. No question. But I think that was a failure from just offensively. That, we just didn't get into what we needed to get into. And it showed. It showed. We need to put ourselves, and our defense played a heck of a job. We owed them to score more points to their 20 that they held the Eagles to. We did. And so, missed opportunity, same thing. Bucker missing the kick. I mean, just things like that. So, yes, do we need to play clean? Absolutely. Do we need more or better personnel? No. But the thing is, you have to do is you got to mix up personnel because certain personnels give you an advantage. It's all about matchups. And so what do you do with the personnel that you have in? What do you run? And so that's some of the things that I think we'll get into talking about tonight, Marcus. So
Yeah, and I can't wait to see your grades tonight because because I always do the day after the games. You've had time to look at some different views, look at more things about the game, stuff that you don't no one really gets to see right off the bat. But and dive into the beautiful mind of JD into the dungeon, getting to see what he's seeing out there. It's always a treat to hear and see.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, it seems like the yesterday was a lot of people just upset about the loss. Today it feels like a lot of people were kind of reeling it in a little bit. I've seen the comments on our YouTube channel. Wasn't as bad as last week after the loss. It was more like we're down Rasheed Rice, we're down Xavier Worthy. We'll be fine. We'll be fine in next week against the Giants and going forward. Because these were two tough games right out the gate. Traveling to Brazil against the Chargers, a team that's always plays us close, and then playing against the Super Bowl champs, and a team that just 7 months ago beat us down badly. And in this game, it comes down to a 3-point game here without our top two weapons. It's just in a game we could have won, right? So it's like one of those things. It's like I feel like a lot of everyone's kind of understanding, that this game what was in the grass, nothing to be concerned about. And if you look at the other 0-2 teams in the league, we're a couple notches ahead of all those teams.
Yeah. We got to get better. You guys know that. We got to get better. And that goes all around for everybody. So, we got a very good football team. We do. And once we put all this thing together, man, it's definitely going to look different. But in the meantime, when we have two of your guys out, Rice and Worthy, we should be getting some wins. Should. So hopefully this next week is going to look different, these next couple of weeks to whenever Worthy gets back. But we got guys that can play. We do. And I made that point for us about how it looked with the wide receivers that we got. We do. We got some wide receivers. We got some playmakers. Hollywood Brown was making some tough catches. Tyquan Thornton was get open, and we just got to utilize that even more. So,
do you feel like this game's a must-win game, JD?
Must-win game?
Because I heard Nick Wright talk about in his show today, saying like 0-2, fine, right? That's okay. But if you go 0-3, that's where it's like, okay, there's real problems going on here, and that is you can't lose to the Giants essentially. And I think it was more about the talent, I guess the talent between the Giants and the Chiefs, but also an 0-3 hole is just a difficult thing to kind of come out of.
I look at every game you're trying to win. It's not like desperation, but you should beat the Giants. You should beat the teams that you should beat. But with the Chiefs, every game that they go into, I think they have the confidence. I think they have, without a doubt, the ability to win every game they're in. So, yeah, you should win. You should beat the teams you should be beating. And this was one of them, the Eagles. So, we made them look really pedestrian. There.
Yeah. Hurts didn't throw for 100 yards.
Yeah. Nope. So.
Yeah. But, yeah, as much as it was a loss and a game we could have had, there's a lot to take away from it, good and bad, going to the future weeks. And defense, and I will say this, defense, we talked about it last night a little bit, defense was much more improved than they were last week. Still, we need to get pressure on the quarterback, but defense was much improved comparatively to from last week to this week.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. If you're not generating it from your four or you guys that you have, you got to bring blitz. That's fine. I ain't no problem with that whatsoever. It's effective. It's really effective. It affected Jalen Hurts. Well, only had 100, less than 100 yards passing. The blitz, really turned, took his timing down. So this is part of the game plan that I love about Spags. And I know we want Ford to hit home to be disruptive, but they did just enough from the four to do some of that. Now, you can get creative more with twists, some of the stunts. Guys, I think one of the twists, matter of fact, he threw the first ball up, was a twist. It was a TE, stunt. That's what it was. And it looked good. because then all of a sudden, you when you're engaged with the guy and you're turning out with him, then another guy comes in your face. You're not expecting that. That's a hard thing to deal with, and I like that part of it. But I do love obviously the blitzes, right? The complex blitzes that Spags does, and he confuses quarterbacks by doing that. We were confused by the blitz. We didn't call it out. Pat didn't even see it, and so kind of looking at some of the count. I don't know.
Yeah, that was interesting. That we were kind of like, it seemed like we were kind of weren't prepared for that. I mean, like JD, when you go against our defense, and obviously it's scout team, right? So they're just trying to replicate tendencies what Fangio usually does in the Super Bowl. They didn't blitz at all. I mean, that's just something that, like, I think you said last night, you go over that kind of stuff. I mean, you go over like what to do, when this defense blitzes you, and the fact that it seems like we were kind of like, oh, they're blitzing us, it was kind of like a shock to the offense. It looked like it was kind of odd.
When you're in a blitz, depending on the pass protection, you know who's going to be hot, who's the guy that should be looking if his guy comes. We should be pointing to the guy. We should know on the count who that guy is. Pat should be very aware of those things. And I we just missed it. We missed it a couple times yesterday, more than a couple. And it was like, man, what are we looking at? How what is the hot count? How are we looking at this? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I say this. I don't think Pat played his best game. That's for daggone sure.
Yeah. I mean, he pretty much said that in his post-game show or post-game presser yesterday. So
did he?
Essentially, yeah, just saying that the kind of losses on him. It's going to be interesting to see who wants to compete and get after the next few weeks. So it's going to be interesting to see who on the team wants to step up. So
it's good. It's good.
Yeah. We got a live chat in here tonight. Everyone's ready and rocking for this great show, JD.
Okay. Good. Let's get at it, man.
Let's do it. All right. So without further ado, let's begin week 2 grades after this second loss for our Chiefs. So Andy and Nagy, I will say amongst everybody that we're seeing the most, I've seen a lot of Kelce hate from this past game, and I've seen a lot of Chiefs fans talk about Andy and the play calling not being up to par. And even apparently Grunny went on Twitter or radio today and said that Andy needs to give play calling duties away to the OC. So, and Grunhart's really, very close to the organization, and him saying that on the air today, I think I would say it's pretty relevant thing, since he is so close to the organization and whatnot, for Grunny to say that. But I do think it's a little bit of an overreaction to say go 0-2 and, Andy's giving up his play calling duties. I think it's a bit much, unless I'm curious what you think about that.
I mean, Grunny got his own opinion. I mean, give it up. I don't know, and here's where, where does it stop and where does it start? Where does it end? That's because it is collaborative effort in the room for sure. These guys are on the same page as far as like what they want to be able to call. So they're going to, I think they obviously agree on some of the calls when you're putting your first 25 together, first 15, however you want to do it. You kind of have an understanding, when you go in, what these plays are going to be, right? You really do. And they could deviate from that plan. And so, as far as like giving up the play duties and stuff, I think we just need to call better plays. I think we just need to put guys in a better position. That's what it boils down to. So, who is it on? Whose fault is it? Is the question. I think they just need to go ahead and get it all put together. You got a very talented, offensive group. You really do. We just got to utilize it. We got a hammer of an O-line, and we got those jokers, used like a butter knives. I mean, that's the way I look at it. Being finesse with the pass and stuff. Hey, man, give these guys, man, the run, man. They want to hit people. Let them hit guys. You know, sometimes you just got to outmuscle and outpower and overpower your opponent. And for me, it would be so frustrating if we were just constantly passing. Now, it's different if you're behind by 14 points and you're like, okay, now you have to do that. You got to incorporate more of it. But when it's 0-0 and we're trying to establish our offense, man, run the football a few times. Soften up the defense. Soften up the pass rush. Soften up the D-line. That's what you do. You know, play your game. Make them play into your hand. And I don't know as far as what the game plan was and how that, right? And look, and I'll tell you this, right? 0-2, everybody's coming for him. Oh, fire Nagy, fire Andy, fire that. Hey, man, it's going to come. That's what it's going to be. You know, when players are sitting there saying, even regardless of what you call, we got to make the play. And that's true. You may not like the call, but you got to do what you can with the call that's being made. And so, you know, when Pat is sitting there saying like, hey, I got to do this, that's what he means. He's got to make plays. Guys got to be able to get open. Guys got to be able to get up on a man a block. Some of those things may not be on Andy and Nagy. It's got to be the guys that's in the room. You designed the play up. Guys got to get the blocking scheme just right. Or make sure you're not going to do it at the club. If I'm watching this, okay, I'm just going to talk about this play in itself. Okay, the 4th and 1. And we're pulling. We got 2 guys in the backfield, tight end. We got Creed pulling. And Smith comes in and blows it up in the backfield. That's effort in just getting the job done. And we whiffed on him. We threw a little chicken wing out there to try to hit him. That doesn't seem like a 4th and 1 play to me for guys. That's not the attitude that you need on a play like that. Especially when you're in your own territory. Now, could have been a different call, maybe up the middle or maybe have somebody lead? Sure. But also, too, it's got to be an attitude adjustment for the guys that's up front, okay, or the guys in the backfield, whoever it is, to make sure you get your man, you win. You got to drive guys off the football. That's what needs to happen. I would rather have a holding call, you pull back, than 4th and 1 and not get it, right? Shoot, hold that joke and get the first down, whatever. But for us to, I mean, come on, man. I didn't like that at all. So I like the thought process is we want to pressure. We're not scared of what the defense is giving us, right? They weren't scared of Philly. They wasn't. That's what I love about it. But it just seemed like it was just off. So
Actually, I was pulling up that play right now as you spoke. I wanted to.
Yeah, I want to see it. Go back to this. 4th and 1 in our territory, okay? So basically what we're doing is we got down blocks by the tackle and the extra tackle in the game, okay? He's moving up to the linebacker. So we should have right now, based off of the defense that's called, Creed Humphrey is pulling because he's uncovered. If he's covered, it would be Trey. That's how it works here, okay? If everybody understand that makes sense, okay? Creed's uncovered. So now he's the puller. So the should work. Trey is going down on, I guess, 90, whatever. Jawan Taylor's going down on Carter, okay? Extra tackle, the tight who's playing tight end, should be given a hand to make sure the guy don't come outside on Taylor, to make sure that's secure, and he's going up to the backside linebacker of Braun, 53, okay? That's the way it should work. Now, we got 85 who's pulling out here for 33. 33 should moving out with him to open up the lane a little bit. All right. And I'm just looking at this on the fly because I just see how this play is going to work. From this moment, Noah Gray is either kicking out, okay, Smith, or it's Creed. When you come downhill, you got to come with bad intentions, okay? That's the way it should work. If Smith comes down inside more, Noah will keep him inside, okay? If he stays outside, he's kicking him out, and Creed should pull up inside of him on this, and he should be picking up DeJohn or whoever 30-something is, right? That's the way it should work. So we got enough guys. This is actually a good design play, Marcus. The play is we got a hat on the hat here. Okay? We should win here. So backside, okay, Suamate should have the guy that's probably in, inside eye, two-eye technique on him. He's got him catching. Simmons should be coming up and get the guy that's on his head and going up too. We only need 1 yard. That's it. 1 yard. This is all this is. So right now, this is tough man competition. Okay? You see all these things out here now, slapping dudes. This is tough man. Okay? This is a ballroom brawl. Who's winning on this one? And so when you go and look, watch the attitude. Watch guys coming off the football. Who's coming off the ball on 4th and 1? We got one guy who's straight-legged. Go back. Okay? One guy who's straight-legged. We should be driving off the ball here. Going up to Bond, that's good. Okay? Here, we should have a good alley. Take out Smith. Missing, right? So we went there. Robert Tonyan is getting 33. But still, Kareem Hunt is inside of this, but it's condensed now because we're getting hit in the mouth. Right, we weren't ready on this play. We weren't ready. We was not ready. This should not look this way. They won this battle. You know why? Because the guys on defense wanted it more on 4th and 1 than we did. This play right here is all will and understanding your assignment. Pure and simple. When I'm backed up and we sitting over saying we're going for it because I got confidence on you guys, everybody's back needs to bow up on this in this position right here. Everybody. You got to get the job done. No, sir. No, siree. This ain't it. This ain't it. Look at that. Look how many green hats is on this. No, siree. Creed Humphrey knows he come around, he got to hit color. If he sees any color, he's got to hit it. He got to clean up that hole. Because then even if Creed comes and hits Smith out, that leaves Kareem Hunt one-on-one with who was that? Not 33, but the other guy coming down. Is that
33 is Blankenship. 30 I forgot what number he is. That'd be DeJean.
Yeah, this is him and DeJean. I'm taking Kareem Hunt all day on DeJean. Go ahead, go get it. 4th and 1. We're not clean, man. We're not clean. We're not clean. This is right here is part of the mentality. You got to go and scrounge almost like they do when they do at 4th and 1 and they try to go and do the whole illegal tush push because it was illegal because they jumped outside a couple of times, and that's something they need to be looking at. They need to be looking at that more than what they do. I don't want them to get rid of the tush push. I don't. I am one of those, hey, keep the tush push in. Fine. Learn how to stop it. But one thing you got to be able to do if you're a referee is know when a joker is jumping before the center snaps the daggone football. That's your job. And they failed us twice.
4 of 7 times they were in the tush push. There was guys that was false starting. That's what I read online today. 4 of the 7 times.
Oh, 4 to 7? Well,
I thought it was more than that, but yeah, 4 of the 7.
Well, the ones I seen for sure was absolutely 2. I know was blatant. Like, how do you not call this?
Right.
So, and they know they can't run that back. So unless a ref calls it, they're not going to run it back and say, "Hey, okay, we got to give you a penalty after the fact." They can't do that because that's not part of what they do in the rules. But I'm just talking about this play in itself. You on your own. You in your right here. You're on your side of the field. You got to come off the daggone football. These guys up here will tell you the exact same thing. I'm not saying anything that's controversial. These guys know that too. And I know these guys are better than that. They know that.
Yeah, I don't have to say. I know a lot of people want to talk about Kelce's dropped a play, but this is on a 37-yard line. 13 minutes left to go in the third quarter. I mean, it's early on in the game. You get this first down, you're moving sticks, but you don't, and they get the ball right there on a short field. I mean, I thought this was a big momentum killer, especially in this play, the way it kind of happened.
Yeah. 4th and 1. Hey, coach, run behind, put it on me. 4th and 1. I always tell Priest, we get blocked. Look, when block comes in on Wednesday, right? We talk about glory days and all that. I'm telling you, 4th and 1, I'm going to win mine. I'm going to win mine. I'm going to put it on me. Pat, Trav, all these guys put it on themselves, right? Because we understand what we have about us. You got to have ego and confidence in yourself and your abilities. And every single one of these guys up here had that. They do. I don't question any of these guys up here. So let me be clear about that. I don't question any of these guys and their effort and who they are. But we just got to come off the daggone football. We got to win in this right here. We have to win. All right. Yeah. Got me all hype over here right now, man. I'm just, this man, offensively, I'm looking at this. I'm like, man, we got to win this one. We got to win this battle. So,
I mean, this play was your bread and butter right here. This is where everyone knew who 89 was. Like, they would see you on this play. It's like, oh man, you run behind him, like you said. I mean, this is, you're not letting anyone blow up that play.
Yeah. What's up, Nevis? Warren? Good to see people coming in, man. I can't see nobody on the chat. I can see some people over here. I'm just in the comment section. I don't know who all are here, but I get to let them know. Deshaun Hammond's right here saying, gotta fire off, shaking my head. Those down blocks are awful. Can't let these guys cross. Can't let them do it. You got to make sure, Deshaun, you know how it goes, man. Look, you come down block, you coming with bad intentions. And you got to think of, at 1 yard, I got to score with my man. My man can't make the play. He can't do it. I'm not doing my job. We ain't going to put this on Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. All these guys own this right here. That's the whole offense. Coaches too. They'll get it right. They need to get it straightened out. They need to be better. These guys know that. I love those guys. I do. Trust every one of them. I do. No question about it. But this right here, this is attitude, man.
JD, when you say, because you made the reference last night as well as today, the straight-legged comment, what does that mean for people who don't know what you're talking about? What do you mean we see guys are straight-legged?
You straight-legged, you ain't coming off the daggone football. There's no pop in you whatsoever. Like this, you shouldn't look like this, straight-legged. That's what I'm talking about. A lineman who's high on 4th and 1, what are you standing up for? You should be on the ground. I'm talking about scratching, clawing, all those different things. And I see what you're doing, Marcus, because we see who's straight-legged in this one, right? but it just ain't his fault.
Right. No, I get it.
But that's what I mean when I'm talking about straight-legged. You should never block straight-legged. First off, you put yourself in jeopardy if somebody roll up on your legs and your knees and your ankles and stuff like that. They said always have an angle when you block it, especially in the power like this. Daggone. Come on. We better than this.
But
we'll get it fixed.
It's true though. I mean, it is. I mean, the way you kind of looked at it, because yesterday I was like, that's a horrible play call. But you outlined it perfectly. I mean, it is a good play call. Yet we have hat on hat here. And
yeah. So it wasn't really a bad play call. You just, we got to get a hat on a hat. We got the number. Everybody's covered. Everybody is. So Pono is saying, hey, see, I can't even pull up the comments, man. Hey, man, you can do it boo to a lot of them. Do it to Creed, you can do it to Trey, cross and face, all these different ones. There's a lot of thumbs down on this one. So don't single out 74 on this, Pono. That ain't no, that's not fair. It's not fair. He's just a low-hanging fruit, easy target on this.
Yeah.
That's right there. Just have to want to hit folks. You have to. 4th and 1, you got to want to win your battle. You know it's mano a mano, man on man. I'm looking at him. He cannot hit my guy. He cannot make the play. If your guy gets back there, you should be pissed. And if it doesn't bother you, that's a bigger problem.
Yeah.
So, man, let's get these grades, man.
Yeah, I'm glad we did that though, because I learned a lot from that, from listening to you on that one, and I'm sure a lot of people did as well. Because I mean, when I watched this yesterday, I'm like, that's a terrible play call, and then talking to you and listening to this, I mean, it was a good play call in the end. And if it's blocked well, that should go for 5 to 6 yards there.
Heck yeah! Matter of fact, if it's blocked really well, he should almost go hit his head on the goalpost. The only one that should be able to make the play is the backside. Who's that corner?
Yeah, Quinion.
That's the only one that should try to run him down. This should be a 10 to 12, 15-yard game. Easy. If it's blocked right? Well, we understand, though, this is football. These guys get paid too. We know it. We need to understand and put that in context as well. I think Smith is coming there like, I'm not going to let this happen. He knows he got to blow everything up back there. So what you got to do is you got to power clean him up out the hole.
Yeah, I mean, he gives a nice little shove to Noah Gray there, man. He knocks Noah up on that one.
Yeah, but Creed sees him too. He's supposed to help clean that up for Noah. If he doesn't, you know what I'm saying? That's how it works. If you see color, hit color.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's all right, man. We'll get it. We'll get it. And the frustrating part is because then I wonder, is this why maybe they're running the football more?
I mean, I hope not. We're paying a lot of money that right side. We're paying a lot of money that right sideline. I hope that's not the reason why they're not running the ball.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's because coaches would do that sometimes. It's like we're not getting enough on the run game, so maybe we have to abandon it a little bit or not run as many times because it doesn't look as clean as it should. And I'm not saying this is the case, but sometimes some coaches, absolutely, man, we can't run that play. Scrap that. No, we can't. I don't trust it. Or like, man, we're just not getting any movement. And I hope that's not the case because I know Andy Dome's got confidence in these guys. And we got to be consistent to show that. That's all that is, man. That's all it is. And those guys up front, man, those guys up front are road graders. We can't take away their superpower because they're physical guys up front. There's them jokers up there I will take in a dark alley any day of the week. If I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, shoot. I got Simmons. I got Sumai I got Creed, Trey, Juwan. I'm walking down this alley with them, shoulder to shoulder. And heaven help whoever's who's on the other end of that alley. Heaven help them. Because we cleaning everything up in there. So.
And a good comment there by Linda Hunter. Funny, I didn't see 87 in that play. For all the people who want to blame 87 for the loss yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, let's move along, sir. Let's move along. I can't believe we've been in 50 minutes and just.
Hey, I mean, we got a good play breakdown in there. I like that one.
Yeah. Well, I'll break these plays down. I just look. I'm like, man, we got a head on head here. It's actually a pretty good call. What up, Gail? Good. How come the game? We all are. They are too. Everybody's disappointed in it. Starting 0-2. Hey, it's a new road that we traveling down. That's okay though. But these guys got character. We know these guys are champions. They understand if there's something, these guys can recuperate from this. I'm not. But there's a lot of things out here that we're seeing. The guys are learning and understand that they need to do better. But if we have our team as it is, could easily be 2-0. We're 0-2. We could easily be 2-0 though right now. And that's the disappointing part is because we probably could have came out both these games really 2-0. Seriously.
It's just the other side of the coin of last year. All those one possession games we won. Now we're facing the other side of it.
Yeah. So
yeah. So what grades you give the offensive guys?
So I gave offensive coaches, kind of look at this. I started out giving them a C- because I think we should have put them in a better position than we did. But I'll be a little bit generous. I'll give them a C. I give them a C. A C- C is where I'm at. C- a C. We're better than this. And we need to call the game better than what was called yesterday. Okay. And those guys, man, those guys are brilliant. They're brilliant. And I trust them. And I think they'll get it right. So
that's fair. Offensive line, baby.
Offensive line. I think at times we were decent. I think we gave Pat time to throw the football. I think we did a pretty good job actually protecting him. But that can't be the only part of our game, the only element to it, what we do. So with that being said, as you've seen in some of the blocking, we need to do a much better job to help our guys out running the ball. We do. And so, but like I said, I think we take away from our superpower when we always pass blocking all the time. And so those guys up front, they want to beat people up. They do. Okay. Legally. That's, it's just football, right? It's what they pay them for. They pay you to be a dump truck. You're going to dump a couple of defensive tackles. That's how it works. You do all that weightlifting. So you can, suplex a couple of guys up front. That's part of the business. And so if we're given the name of being one of the best, highest paid, then there comes expectations. It does. Or a first round pick or a high sec, however you want to look at it. There's expectations there. And I think sometimes we fall in that category because sometimes, we have lags that that's just not showing it. And I'm not saying is you want to be perfect. We know this game is not perfect. That's the hardest part to play is for all guys on the front five to be on the same page. You ask that to be done every single play. It's not going to look pretty. It's not going to look perfect. Guys on the other side get paid too. They're going to beat you as well. So with that being said, I gave our O-line, I gave him a C.
That's totally fair.
Actually,
You talking about the other expectations that come with being the highest paid, whatever position it is. Yeah, that's a big part. And I think that's a lot where the scrutiny comes from the Chiefs Kingdom fan base is that, which is fair. JD, on the other side of that, some of the good guy, our guy, Josh Simmons, your guy, the guy you talked about him a lot way before I was even thinking of the Chiefs drafting him. 36 pass blocking reps yesterday, 0 pressures, an 87.8 pass blocking grade. And then, of course, his chase down on the pick in the end zone reached 18 miles per hour top speed, showing his athleticism and just showing his overall desire and effort to not give up on a play. Any kudos you want to give to Josh Simmons?
Oh, my goodness. When you're talking about an athletic guy, the speed that he went to go catch the guy who got the interception, I'm not even sure who it was.
Taja's boy, Makuba.
Makuba. It was Makuba that caught that?
Yeah.
Okay. But I counted to where Makuba got to like the 5-yard line. Josh actually starts his takeoff. He runs him down at the 40-yard line. And that shouldn't happen. Makuba should have been out the gate. But he came from an angle that he knew he was going to get him. See, that was like the confidence of knowing how fast he knew how fast he was. He knew Makuba took off, but he sprinted because he knew I'm going to catch this guy. That was impressive. So I remember we threw one goal line. Me and Tony was running a pick play, throws it, guy intercepts in the end zone. He takes off. I told people the story before a while ago, so I'm gonna remind you how it went. So I take off running, okay? Interception end zone, everybody's running. And I'm taking off at the guy. I knew I had a little speed, but he's gone. I'm like, and I see Priest. I'm like, Priest, get him. I'm yelling at Priest, get him. So Galloping Ghost, I see the Galloping Ghost. Get that little Priest run on him, get their head down like in a neck, shorten up. Hawks that joker down, but I knew. I was like, shoot, man. At a certain point, I'm like, I ain't gonna get it. Now I didn't stop, but I know I didn't have a chance. That sucker started pulling away, and all I could do was, Priest, get him. And sure enough, a Galloping Ghost came and got that sucker. So, but that was impressive. That's what I'm talking about. An offensive lineman, a tackle to go get a guy that should have easily outran him. Then you talk about 89 pass, man.
Nuts. I mean, he's everything that we wanted, man. And again, I had Commanders fans text me today saying they should have drafted Josh Simmons instead of Connerly.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks, the geniuses in the front office in Washington.
Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In the future, do you think Simmons is getting any kind of like, say, hey, like don't chase him down kind of thing? Because like I know there was people online were saying they were scared about him getting injured on that play.
No, come on, man, cut it out. You should have told him, man, cut it out. You're not worried about that. He's all right. He's fine. No, you don't give up no 7. You don't. You play defense. You don't give up anything. Yep. It's not how it works in the NFL. I don't even know who. I would turn him like, who are you talking about? What do you mean? Don't go get it. Are you crazy? Like I even get a little upset when I see quarterbacks like give up. I do. Because I'm like, that's on you. And for you to pull back and not even go get this guy says a lot about who you are. That's probably one of my biggest pet peeves, Marcus, seriously. When I see quarterbacks who don't even make an effort, and you just sucking it through the pick, you run after this guy and go stop it. I get you making a whole lot of money, but give an effort. What did the other guys are saying about you? I'll tell you what I would say. If I see that in film, we all watching film, and that's how it goes. We watch plays like this. He's getting an attaboy because he deserves it. And that's, if anything, I'm bringing this up in the team meeting so offense, the defense, special teams, and everybody can see this. I'm bringing in the managers, everybody. Come and see this. Come watch a guy give his effort to make sure he's not going to score a touchdown. Because it's just that important to him. This is what champions do. I don't expect any less for any guy to do anything like that. Don't give them nothing. Love it, J-Dub. 8-4. That's right. Don't give them suckers nothing. Nothing that they ain't earned. So, well done, Simmons. Well done, sir. So
Yeah. Love seeing that, and also the tackle too. He blew Makuba up, man.
So, all right. So running back grade. I think the running backs did a decent job. For what they were given. It's not always on them. It wasn't bad vision. I think they become the scapegoat. We ain't got to. Oh my gosh, you should have got this guy in the draft. So, well, shoot, I ain't seen any running backs really killing it out there. Saquon Barkley, who had 5,000 yards last year rushing, that joke didn't really have a good. He slipped in the end zone on that one. We talked about that too, but it's like he torched the field. So I gave him a B minus. They had it last week, but I'm gonna give them. They got a B minus this week too. Okay. Because I don't like that we put it on them and we shouldn't. All right. B minus, C plus is where I'm living with them. But B minus.
Do you think, based on the way they're running, obviously we talked about the O-line issues, a lot of people are saying that the Chiefs should give a bulk of carries to Kareem Hunt and have Pacheco kind of spell him. That's been kind of the
I think they have to do something to figure this out. They're going to have to. And I think because Pacheco came in and started eating a little bit, I think you got to give guys a series. As long as you're not tired, give them a couple series. Why not? You get a couple series, you get a couple of series. Let that be the rotation. Until it looks something otherwise, they ain't even getting enough of the looks. They ain't even getting enough of the carries, period, to even matter, to even have the conversation. You want to divide up these 5 carries? Sure. You take 3, I'll take 2. So, yeah, Demetrio Spence, man, can the rookie get some touch? He got a couple touches. They didn't do nothing with it either.
no.
And everybody talking about Elijah Mitchell was washed up. Shoot, I said, this is what you got Elijah Mitchell for, a dude that it's not gonna give you something. Yeah.
But therein lies the same issue, though. You get Elijah Mitchell involved. It's like, okay, now 4-4-4-4. It's like, I mean,
hey man, look, you need a spark. Is that going to do it? I think like Tage was making a point last night. It doesn't even matter if guys ain't blocking for you up front. What difference does it make? Who you bring in? And guys do a much better job of that. So,
yeah,
all right.
Agreed. All starts up front.
Tight end grade. I gave the tight ends a C. There was flashes. Obviously, Travis catching the football, doing a good job of doing that. Obviously, the one he scoops one up, right? We expect snags that joker, man. First down. Cooper DeJean gave him a stiff arm up the sideline. He looked great. He had the drop, obviously. And I said, man, a second later, maybe from Pat or maybe him getting out his break, I think he was trying to develop it to get open, right? Setting him up, which he's done 1,000 times, and Pat's seen him 1,000 times to set up like that. And just a smidge. Second, too early or too late, however you want to look at it. And it's 6. So I gave him a C. Definitely needed to do a much better job blocking, as you've seen on that 4th and 1. Also, 2, I think it was one that we ran also to the outside. Didn't really do a good job blocking. That I was just like, man, we much better than that. my boys, man, they're much better. So I gave them a C. That's where I'm at.
It's fair. Is that one of your lowest grades you've ever given your tight ends, JD?
Yeah, probably.
Huh.
I'm just, and they could easily be a C plus. I'm gonna give them, matter of fact, I'm gonna give them a C plus.
Okay, there you go.
Give them a C plus. Because I mean, good stuff, but then there were some things like, come on, man. We much better than that. And we did try to incorporate the tight ends a little bit. We brought in, 12 and 13 personnel. So
yeah.
But we had some more. We had some more stuff. I don't think we run enough of the tight end down the middle, because I think it'll give some cover two and all those little looks. And they're like, "How dare y'all run someone deep down the middle?" And we need to do a little bit more of that. Some more seam routes. We don't really do a whole lot of that either.
No, we don't.
Yeah, Trav caught that one. Like it was kind of relatively like a seam, but he kind of turned around because Pat knew he was going to turn around. That's the timing. Like the timing of Pat throwing the ball, knowing Pat, turn around at that point. I'm like, that's masterful. A lot of people ain't doing that. So, yeah, C plus from tight ends. That's what they got.
C plus. Fair.
Yep.
Fair. All right, wide receivers, JD.
Wide receivers didn't look bad. Like I said, they can only run the plays that's being called for them. Hollywood Brown was catching everything thrown to him pretty much. He was. He was sticky.
He was, man.
Yeah, but we need to give him more work down the field. We do. We need to give him a little bit more of the intermediate plays, wrap routes, some comebacks, going over the top. We got fast guys. Him and Tyquan Thornton. We should be going up top with those two guys. We can do it. We really can. Nico came in and called it football. We need to utilize him too. We got some guys, man. We just, Juju, same thing. So we just got to utilize them, man. So I gave the wide receivers a B.
Yeah, and hey, I loved the fact that Mahomes hits Tyquan on this one, but he misses him on the wide open one. This is a tougher throw than that initial one was, but I thought not only was it a tough throw, that catch that Tyquan has here. I mean, look where Quignon's hand is, man. That's a money catch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt about it. I mean, shoot. Tyquan, man, we got fast guys. We should go up top all the time. The one on the sideline, almost had that one too. So we got to push the ball down the field, man. We had to. We had to push the ball down the field. And I don't think we do enough of it.
Yeah. Do you think that's trust? Is that just Mahomes' trust in the offensive line, or what do you think that is?
No. It's not that deep. It's not that at all. It's just the plays that's being called, the routes is being called, the combination and whatnot. We got to be able to push the ball down the field.
Yeah.
So
on that one where Pat got blitzed, where the one that we said that Juju kind of like posts up in the middle of the field, where Makuba leaves that spot, he could have had Juju in the middle of the field. On that play, if you look at that play, Brashard actually has a wheel route with Bond on him, and he actually has time there. I mean, if Mahomes has a little bit more time, he can just throw it up to him, to Brashard. I thought that was a good matchup thing. I thought they were going to come back to it. That I don't think they did come back to that play, but I love that. I mean, yeah, that's a matchup problem with Brashard Smith on some of these linebackers. But yeah, he was open for that play. Just a little bit more time, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, right on the nose with the Hollywood Brown. I think they're utilizing him too much, little quick slants, and like just get him going.
Get going, man. Push it deep. You got so many holes in defenses that you can do that. You can have him be the guy going the seam route. I don't see us running seams enough. And that means, if we go all go specials, all seams, where, you want to take a guy over the safety, cover two, you got the guy over the middle, over the linebacker, and you got one-on-one outside with the corner. I mean, I don't see too much of that. So,
yeah. Well, hopefully when Worthy's back, hopefully we'll see a little bit more of that kind of stuff.
That's the thing, Marcus. We have to wait till Worthy's back for that.
I know.
That's the problem. And so that's what I'm sitting there saying. Why aren't the coaches calling this? We called it toward the end of the game. We threw it and we kind of got away from it.
Yeah.
Push these guys back. Keep calling that play, man. And they did the times they did call it. I was so happy. Like you said, he overthrew Tyquan Thornton. I'm like, man, how you miss? All right. So here we go. Quarterback, right? QB's next.
QB, here we go.
Mm-hmm. Great score, baby, to see this. He's lethal with his legs. We know that. He's taking what the defense gives him. But PM15 missed some balls today or last night. He missed some shots. There's some ones he wanted to get back. Sometimes he could have checked it down, did some things like that. But I gave Patrick Mahomes a C+.
Yeah. Right on there. I mean, he'd probably say the same thing about his grade. He'd probably even give it worse, honestly.
Yeah, I'd say, and even a C.
Yeah.
Really. C and C+.
Yeah. Missing a lot of easy throws, which is just uncharacteristic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So defensively, we got Spags, JD, and you kind of give Spags some props at the beginning of the show.
Yeah. I think Spags called a masterful game. He did. He put guys in position to make plays. And guys just got to make plays. And guys did. Guys made plays all night for this defense. But I think he had a great rhythm as far as like what he wanted to do, how he wanted to stop them. I think the guys understood their assignment, and they did a good job of it, most of the time. Okay? Still some things out there, guys, still kind of – there's a couple guys I'm still shaking my head at because I'm like, hey, man, what's up? Some guys in the secondary. I think Cook had a really good game. He looked like the leader he looks like that guy. Now I'm like, okay, you're that guy to step up to do it. You looked good yesterday in the game. And so some of the younger guys got to figure it out. They got to come up to speed. They got to come up to speed. But Spags' grade in this, man, I gave Spags a B+. Solid B+. Solid. He did everything to stop Hurts, stop Barkley, stop A.J. Brown. He had the guys be physical outside. He wanted to make sure guys were going to be in guys' face, and they did. They did that. So B+ to Spags, man.
What keeps you away from the A with him? I'm just curious. What part of his game plan that were you something used in?
It may not even be on him. Sometimes maybe there's some rotation with certain guys, but I think other than that, I think he masterful job. And you know how hard it is for an A to come at me, man.
100%. Even it was a loss too. Yeah.
Yeah. So B+.
That's fair. All right, defensive line. Our guy Omar, the parking lot came to visit on Sunday.
He did. He showed a little bit. Show hopefully what this future holds for him. Got to be more consistent, get a little bit better, and the more he does it, the better off he's going to be. And we know he missed a few days and practice out from training camp, which probably could have helped him out with his speed, kind of getting up there. But I like our young guys coming in and doing it. And there was times our D-line gave some good effort. It's times still the pass rush wasn't there. I think sometimes our combinations and D-lines, the guys in there, was a little, I'm like, oh, man, I don't know if I like this combination or not. But some of the guys, man, they did put some effort in. I think they did a much better job they did last week, put it that way. They stopped the run. They stopped Hurts. They stopped Barkley. They did a pretty decent job. The only one, getting down there and, scoring a touchdown, that was kind of bad ball. But they stayed relentless, kept coming. So I gave these guys, I gave the D-line, man, I gave them a B-, actually. I don't think they was that bad. B-, C+. That's where I want to be. B-, C+. Okay.
It's an improvement from last week. That's all I can ask for, JD.
Oh, yeah. Definitely improved from last week. Chris Jones, when he decides to not be blocked, he's not going to be. But he was double teamed practically almost every single play. And it's like everybody else, hey, man, it's your show now. You got one-on-one. Go get it. Go get after it. So yeah, the D-line and the D-line looked a lot better this week. They did. So I think it's warranted of a C+, B- is great. That's right there. That's where they are.
I love seeing the rookies contribute a lot, and Gelati.
Yeah. Flying around.
Joey says never A grade, can always improve. All right, defensive backs grade, JD.
DBs, they improved this week too. I think they played a great game. The only one that gave up was that one to Smith on this one. That was it. Other than that, man, I thought the guys played physical. They were in the guys' faces. They made tackling, sure tackling. A couple guys, I don't like calling guys' names out, man. But a couple guys, I was like, ugh, like still kind of scratching my head at. But overall, as a unit, as a group, I gave him a B.
Noah Williams, thought he stepped up and played admirable yesterday. I mean, an assignment like having to guard A.J. Brown one-on-one multiple times throughout the game, I mean, that's as tough as can be in your first year in the league.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully Christian Fulton's injury is not too bad. He left that game pretty early with the ankle injury, so. All right. And our linebackers, final position group of the defense.
Linebackers, I said last week was a hard game for me to grade. I gave him a B-, C+ for last week. I wasn't as thrilled with their play this week. And I couldn't. I was scratching my head like, man, what's going on? I didn't see the type of pop, the speed. I seen Tranquil on the touchdown that Barkley got. He's doubling up on Nandi going up, and he's going inside. I'm like, why? That's not your lane, your gap. You got to be on the outside, man. What are you doing? Like, it's almost a walk-in. And so this group is a lot better than what they showed yesterday. And I kept looking at it. I'm just looking at the plays. I'm looking at the effort. I'm just looking at a lot of it. Corralling to the football, getting guys up. I gave our linebackers, I gave them a C. I was gonna give them a C-, but they get a C. Maybe even a C-. I'm right there, seriously. C or C-. They didn't have a very good game yesterday. I didn't feel their presence as it should have.
Do you want to see, I mean, now that we've seen 2 weeks in, right? We haven't really seen much Bossa out there, linebackers. I mean, do you think that's something that they could throw a wrinkle in and put him in there a little bit more? Because we haven't really seen him much.
Hey, man, guys got to earn it.
Right.
They ain't just don't throw you out there because they don't like your deodorant. You know what I mean? So,
right.
Hey, man, he's wearing I don't know, Sure or something. No, he's got to be able to earn it. And so if it's something that's not going on, and the group we're not understanding and stuff, it could be some of it. I don't know, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. So, but every guy's got to earn they playing time. That's how it works, man. Okay, the coaches they're the one that dictates that. So,
yeah. It starts with special teams like that. Andy said Boss made some good plays on special teams, and that's where you're gonna earn that spot.
That's right. That's promise. That's what we need to see. Now, when we get out on the field, we start asking for different things for you to do, okay, how can you hold up on that? So,
right.
All right.
All right, that takes us to special teams to end this great show out.
Special teams, man, Ariza was absolutely kicking the daggone air out of the football. I was like, my goodness, launching it. Weapon. Need to hold up more gunners, coming down. When we on punt return, we gotta give Nico a little bit more room to run. Getting a hat on a hat. Got to do a much better job of that. Nico is, without a doubt, it's a weapon too. Buckner missing that. I gave our special teams, I gave them a B-. B-. And that's Buckner missing it. I was ready to give them Jokers a C+, but I go with the B- because Nico did a pretty decent job. They did some good covering on guys. They looked a little bit more solid after I went through the film a couple of times and just checking things out. So Nico can make guys miss, man. He can make guys miss. So we got to give him a better chance in the shot.
Yep.
I know Dave was sitting there and say, hey, man, we need to do a much better job on these gunners. Okay, getting a hat on a hat, staying with a guy. So there it is, sir.
There it is. Yeah, Butker, he needs to lock in and hone in on his kicking, man. The PAT last week and then this. Costly stuff.
Hey, man, it must be some type of virus going around because this sucker, it's going all around the league.
It's true.
Kickers are like, I'm like, yo, and I'm seeing some really good kickers in college. So
yeah,
I'm like, come in.
Yeah, no, it's for. I mean, we saw him in the Younghoe Koo from the Falcons. He gets cut. The guy who fills in for him goes 5 for 5 yesterday. So and he was seen as one of the best kickers in the league as like 2 years ago. So it can happen. It can happen to everybody.
Yeah, they need consistency from that position. So
yeah.
Needs
to focus on his kicking. Needs to focus on that.
Yep.
But all right, well, that does it for us on this great show. It's now time just to close up the week 2 book. I know a lot of people are mad about the loss and whatnot. Close it up because now we're eyes on Sunday Night Football. All eyes on to New York, baby. On to New York. On to the Big Apple, JD.
Yeah. Witchy also said, I'm glad you wanted one of my teachers back in school. Witchy. Man, I'm fair. I'm fair, Witchy. Okay. You don't think I'm fair? And I do take an account. I do try to give some grace. Now if you earn an A and you're exceptional, I'll give you the A. I will absolutely give you the A. But if you ain't did your homework and then you come in whining like, well, I did some of it, but I should have had more. Sorry. You knew what it was going to be. Okay. You can't sweet talk yourself into a better grade or even a much bigger grade. You can't do none of that. Okay. Be fair. So you would have liked it, which I would have gave you some good grades.
Yeah, fair but tough. That's a good way of looking at it.
Absolutely. So yeah, man, I want to get to this Monday Night Football game, checking things out, man. It's going to be a good one. You got the score? Anybody know what the score is?
Currently 19-14. Texans just scored with 2 minutes left in the game, and they're up by 5. Now Baker 2-minute drill. That's one guy you don't want to bet against on a 2-minute drill, JD.
Yeah. He's got weapons. That sucker, that man, he better. I'm telling you,
weapons. But O-line right now kind of shaky. Tristan Wirfs isn't playing. Their backup left tackle got hurt during this game, and then now the third string guy playing left tackle for him. So his O-line a little shaky. He's been sacked like 5 times this game.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all right. Well, so we got this game and then the AFC West game afterwards. So the Chargers and Raiders right after. So if I read correctly, if the Raiders win that game, Raiders will be number 1 in the AFC West, and they're going to throw a Super Bowl parade for being number 1 in the AFC West after going 2-0.
I tell you what, Marcus, how about we do this, man? We got 5 minutes to open up the airwaves. Somebody want to come in and say what's up?
All right. Set the invite out for you guys.
Yeah, quick 5 minutes. Come in, give you a little piece, okay, and then we'll wrap this thing up. All right. While we're doing, I'll say bye to everybody. At least with that, Will, Deshaun, Sasha, Optimistic, James, MJ, Witchy Hall, Gail Whiting, Andy Micka, Demetrio Spence, Amda Brown, Andy Mick, Kyle Harrison. Amda Brown, come on in here, Amda Brown. I know you got something to say. Amda Brown, where you at, man? Okay. Joe E. Let me start calling folks out now. JW84, Hannah. Y'all come on through. Andrea Chenault, Cordell Robinson. Go for KC Forever. Any of y'all. Hit the link. We got the link open for you all. Will, Joe E., any of y'all guys, gals, any of y'all, come on in. Hannah, Tailgater, Austin Skeen.
Yeah, JD, I checked the settings. You're still an admin, so you should be able to go in and do what you normally do.
Yeah, I don't know where it is there, Marcus, because I'm looking. Pono, let me see. So I try to get. I mean, I'm looking.
Are you signed in? Like, are you signed in, or are you just on is like the regular account?
Like a guest. I'm signed in.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I looked at the settings. You and I have the same exact settings, so I.
Okay. Tailgater. So Life Just Right. Who else we got in here? King Cole, Justin the Way. Who else we got in here tonight? Cylinder Hunter, Met Fan Forever. If you still here, Mixed Word or whatever, Weed, About Time, Lou 82. Awesome. See, good names. Everybody, people in here. Andrew Thurston or Thruston. Ramon Brown. Losing games is one thing, playing bad is another. Yep, that's true. Jason Tarbox is here. Pete V. So
we got to guess, JD. It's
okay. Who we got?
They will need to connect their mic and cam before you can add them to the stream. Whoever LC is, LC, you need to connect your mic and your cam before I can add you to the stream. It's not letting me add you until you get that. But we got someone potentially coming on.
Okay. Gail White, and I look forward to this every night. I love to hear what JD has to say. Hearing him speak helps me calm down and rethink that everything will be all right. This is what I'm here to do, Gail. It's not, everything is not terrible. The sky's not falling. Got to put it in perspective. I'm going to give you the positive spin on things because I know what the team has. We've seen it. It'll be fine. They just need to work on a few things. Tighten some of the screws up. My grandson just got, say that, he got braces today. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is. So
that's great.
Hold on, I had to send you the picture so you can put it up here when everybody see it. He gonna love it.
Big day, man. Big day for the kid.
Yeah. He was with us, and I'm like, "What? You got braces?" All right, I just sent it to you. We put up old Avery with braces. What's up, sweetie? Hello, Mrs. Dunn. How you doing?
Yeah, so whoever LC was is no longer in the chat anymore. I guess they just
okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll show this picture in Avery, man. We'll call it a day. We'll come back on Wednesday with our guest, Mr. Blaylock Mookie, as I love to call him. You know, so Derek, man, it's my brother. Good to see you. See, I was trying to hit on. I'm sitting over trying to hit comments and then that popped out like that. There, There you go. There you go. That's right. That's my guy. Blue and pink, I think, or blue and red. One of them. Maybe blue and pink.
Always get. I love that, man.
Yeah.
Love that. QB1 right there.
QB1. I said, man, I need for you. I want to be the first one to see you with your braces as soon as you come out. So,
Aw,
yeah,
adorable.
that's my guy. Love my little dude, man. That's my guy. So, all right, you all. Listen, y'all take care. God bless. Love each other the way you're supposed to. We got to make this whole thing living together better than what we have been doing. Okay? Continue just to, like I said, support each other, talking with each other with some rationale and some love. We need more of that. We mean more of that. So, celebrate one another. Love each other. Take care. God bless. We will talk to you all later. Marcus, my brother, love you, man.
Love you, buddy.
We will see y'all later. Hey, Wednesday, gonna have my guy, Blaylock. He's gonna be here. It's gonna be a good one. All right. Listen, y'all take care. Go watch these games tonight. It's gonna be some really good ones. We will check you all later. All right, y'all be safe. All right, we'll see y'all then.
Good night, everybody. Have a good one.
All right.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.